Alicante, town by town. Jávea. Sublime. Immense. The best I know for painting. This has everything I most desire and more. This is the place I've always dreamt of. Sea and mountains. But what a sea. In a letter addressed to his wife, Clotilde, the artist, Joaquin Sorolla, thus expressed the impressions he had of Jávea, a city he first discovered in 1896, and which captivated him as a setting for his paintings. These were works in which he managed to capture the spirit of the locals. The luminosity of the landscape and the transparency of the seawater that bathed the coast and that lashed the coastal cliffs. Jávea overlooks the beautiful bay of the same name and is bounded by the Cap de Sant Antoni to the north and Cap Sant Martí to the south. Places which, together with Cap Negre and Cap de la Nau, offer magnificent views of the coast and the Montgo mountain, which is of immense magnitude. It boasts small, enchanting coves. Natural enclaves with clear and transparent water, where rocks and boulders abound. The town of Jávea is distributed between the old center the fishing quarter around the port, and the area around Arenal, the magnificent fine sand beach, where modern urbanizations are found occupying the center of the bay. The historic center of Jávea is a place for walking. To discover the elegance and harmony of its stately homes, built with local sandstone. Within this urban area, the 16th century St. Bartholomew Church fortress stands out. It was a defensive element for the town. The palace house of Antonio Banyuls, who was butler to Felipe III, now houses the Archaeological and Ethnological Museum Soler Blasco. Here, a replica of the Iberian treasure of Jávea is kept. The original pieces are in the National Archaeological Museum. The food market, built in the middle of the last century, is noticeable due to the singularity of its architecture and the large indoor space which defines it. On the south face of Cap de Sant-Antoni, the Duanes de Delamar Marine District is located, which was created around the port and where the fish market stands. A place where, at the break of day, the fishing boats arrive loaded with their precious cargo, always accompanied by the acrobatic flight of the seagulls, waiting for their share of the spoils. Every day at the fish market, we encounter the intense, bustling atmosphere of the fish and shellfish auction, attended by the curious, fishermen, and restaurateurs who buy at the best prices. Here we also find the modern and vanguard design of the Church of Nuestra Señora de Loreto, the roof of which looks like the keel of a boat. In Montaner Park, the arcades of Rio Rau da Arnada pay tribute to a traditional agricultural construction, where grapes were dried to obtain raisins. But undoubtedly, the greatest treasure of Jávea is the beauty of its surroundings, the strength and color of its landscapes, the attraction of the cliffs, which serve as natural balconies from where the spectacular views of the area can be enjoyed. In Jávea, there are many of these viewing points. That of Els Molins owes its name to the windmills that were built between the 14th and 18th centuries to grind cereals using wind power. That of Cap de Sant-Antoni, standing 160 meters high, offers magnificent views of the bay. Towards the south, we find the viewing points of Punta del Castel, La Sequia de la Noria, Cala Blanca, and that of Caletes. Following along this unique route, we find the viewing points of El Creu de Portichol, so called because of the presence in this area of a rough stone cross, and because from this point, Portichol Island can be seen directly opposite. Then, descending along the coast, passing the Cap de la Nau, we find the viewing points of Lilla, La Falcia, Ambolo, La Granadella, viewing points that give to the sight images of the sea, making it omnipresent. A natural landscape full of charm that seduced Sorolla and led him to say, a reddish-colored monument. Enormous, immense. It's another marvel. The color of the waters, pure bright green. A colossal emerald.